Hello everyone and welcome to Bridge English channel, where learning English is simple, warm, and enjoyable. A bridge that brings you closer to new friends, new cultures, and people all around the world. I'm Catherine.
Hello, Catherine, and hello to all our wonderful listeners. It's really nice to be here with you once more today.
It really is. Every time we sit down to record, I feel happy. I feel like we're all in the same space, sharing the same moment, just talking and learning together.
Yes, it feels comfortable, like a safe place where people can learn English in a relaxed way.
Exactly. I love knowing that people all over the world are listening. It makes this conversation feel real and full of life.
That's so true. And Catherine, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm really happy we're here together today.
Me too. It feels like a good moment to slow down a little and just talk.
Before we begin, please like this episode and subscribe. Your support really helps us grow and gives us energy to continue making these conversations for you.
Yes, it truly helps us.
So, John, today we're talking about transportation. And honestly, this is something everyone deals with every single day.
That's right. No matter where you live, you have to get from one place to another somehow.
Exactly. Work, school, the supermarket, visiting family. We're always moving.
And sometimes that movement is easy, and sometimes it's a little stressful.
Very true. So let me ask you something simple. How did you get here today?
Today, I came by bus.
By bus. Was it a calm ride or one of those busy ones?
At first it was busy. A lot of people were standing, and I had to stand too for a few minutes.
Oh, standing on a bus can feel long even if it's only 10 minutes.
Exactly. It feels longer than it really is, but then someone got off and I found a seat.
That moment always feels like a small win.
It really does. Suddenly the trip feels much better.
I know that feeling. Today I came by car, but honestly, I don't always enjoy driving.
Because of traffic.
Yes, especially near the city center. Cars everywhere, people in a hurry.
Traffic can really change your mood before the day even starts.
That's true. Sometimes I arrive already tired, even before doing anything.
That's why I like public transportation sometimes. I don't have to focus on the road. I can just sit and let my mind rest a little.
Yes. You can listen to music, look out the window, or just think.
Or not think at all, which is also nice.
Very nice. So do you usually take the bus? Or does it change?
Most days I take the bus, but if the weather is good, I walk part of the way.
Walking changes everything. Even a short walk can make you feel calmer.
It really can. And it's free, which I always like.
Free is a very good price.
Always. What about you? Do you usually drive?
Not usually. Most days I take the train. It feels easier for me.
I understand that. On the train, you have more space. You can breathe.
Exactly. And I like watching people. Everyone has their own story, their own destination.
That's such a quiet but interesting thought. Everyone is going somewhere just like you.
Yes. And sometimes I think we're all just trying to get through the day in our own way.
That's one of those sentences you want to send to someone and say, this is how life feels sometimes.
I agree. Transportation shows us a lot about daily life, not just language.
So true. Let me ask you something else. How do you usually travel when you visit your family?
I usually go by train. It's a long trip, about 2 hours.
2 hours sounds long, but also kind of peaceful.
It is. I look out the window, see small towns, trees, fields. It helps me slow down.
Slowing down is something we don't do enough these days.
Exactly. And sometimes I even fall asleep a little.
That's the best kind of travel sleep. Short and unexpected.
Yes, you wake up and don't know exactly where you are for a moment.
That moment is strange but funny.
It really is. What about you? Do you like long trips?
I do, but only when I'm not in a hurry. If I'm rushed, every minute feels heavy.
That's a good point. When you're in a hurry, even a short delay feels big.
Exactly. When the bus is late, I check my watch again and again.
I do the same thing. Even though checking doesn't change anything.
It never does, but we still do it.
That's very human. And honestly, transportation teaches us patience, whether we like it or not.
Yes, and patience is not always easy, but it's important.
Especially during rush hour.
Rush hour is a challenge for everyone,
Crowded buses, crowded trains, crowded roads.
and everyone feels a little tired and a little quiet at the same time.
But somehow we all get through it.
We do, and that's something worth remembering.
You know, John, when we talk about transportation, I always think about how it affects our mood without us noticing.
That's very true. A smooth trip can make your whole day feel lighter.
And a difficult trip can stay in your head for hours.
Yes, even after you arrive, you still feel it in your body.
Exactly. Your shoulders feel tight, your mind feels busy.
That's why I try to give myself a little extra time when I travel, if I can.
That's a very kind thing to do for yourself.
I try. It doesn't always work, but I try.
And that's enough sometimes. Trying is already something.
Speaking of trying, do you ever use a bicycle in the city?
I do, but not every day. Only when the weather feels friendly.
Friendly weather is a good way to say it.
When it's sunny and not too windy, cycling feels wonderful.
I agree. It feels free. You're moving, but you're not stuck.
Yes. And you notice small things. A cafe, a tree, people smiling.
When you're in a car, you miss a lot of that.
You really do. Cars are useful, but they can separate you from the city.
That's such a good way to put it. Separate you from the city.
That's one of those sentences people might want to send to a friend.
I think so too. Transportation isn't just about speed. It's about how you feel while moving.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. What's your favorite way to travel for a short distance?
For a short distance, I think walking.
Walking feels very honest somehow.
Yes, you're using your own energy, your own time.
And there's no schedule, no delay, no ticket.
No rush, just you and the road.
That calm feeling is something many people need more of.
I agree. What about longer distances? What do you prefer?
For longer trips, I like trains the most.
Trains feel different from buses, don't they?
Yes, you can stand up, stretch a little, go to another seat.
And there's something comforting about the sound of a train moving.
Very comforting. It feels steady.
Stability is important when you're tired.
It really is. That's why crowded transportation can feel so difficult.
Crowded buses, crowded subways. You feel like you lose your space.
And personal space matters more than we think.
Yes, especially at the end of a long day.
Sometimes I stand on a crowded train and think, everyone here just wants to go home.
That thought makes you feel closer to strangers somehow.
Exactly. It reminds you that everyone is human, even when they look tired or quiet.
That's another sentence worth sharing, I think.
I think so too. Now, let's talk about airplanes for a moment.
Ah yes, flying. Fast but complicated.
That's the perfect description. Fast but complicated.
I like the idea of flying more than the process of flying.
Same. Airports can feel overwhelming.
Big spaces, many signs, long lines.
But once you're in the air, it feels magical.
Looking down at the clouds never gets old.
It really doesn't. It reminds you how big the world is.
And how small our daily problems can be sometimes.
That shift in perspective is powerful.
So Catherine, when you travel to a new city, how do you usually get around?
I usually walk as much as I can. And then I use the subway if the city has one.
Subways can feel confusing at first.
Yes, but after a few rides, they start to make sense.
That's a good thing to remember for English too. At first it feels confusing, then it slowly becomes clearer.
That comparison fits perfectly.
It's another sentence listeners might want to save.
I hope so. Learning and living often feel very similar.
They really do. Now what about taxis? Do you use them often?
Not often. Only when I'm very tired or when it's late at night.
That makes sense. Sometimes convenience is worth the cost.
Exactly. Especially when you just want to arrive and rest.
That feeling of finally sitting down at home after a long trip is priceless.
Absolutely. Shoes off, bag down, silence.
Silence is sometimes the best reward.
You know, all this talk about transportation reminds me that we spend so much of our lives moving.
Moving between places, but also between moments.
That's beautifully said.
Thank you. I think transportation is where language becomes very real for learners.
Yes, because these are the conversations you actually have in daily life.
Asking how someone got somewhere, explaining a delay, talking about traffic.
These are small things, but they connect people.
And they make you feel part of the world around you.
Which is exactly what learning a language should do.
I couldn't agree more.
You know, John, before we finish, I want to talk about something very practical that people often ask about.
Go ahead. I think practical questions are always welcome.
When someone asks you about transportation, the words feel simple, but people still hesitate.
Yes, they stop and think. Should I say by bus or take the bus?
Exactly. And that hesitation can make someone feel less confident than they really are.
Which is a shame, because the meaning is usually very clear.
It really is. Saying I go by bus or I take the bus both sound natural in daily life.
And people understand you. That's the most important thing.
Communication first, perfection later.
That sentence alone could help a lot of learners relax.
I hope so. Because language should feel helpful, not heavy.
Very true. And transportation words are some of the first things people use when they start speaking.
Yes? How do you get to work? How long is your commute? Is it far?
These are real questions people ask each other all the time.
And answering them helps you feel part of the conversation.
That feeling of belonging is powerful.
It really is. Now, let's gently touch on one small word that sometimes causes confusion.
I think I know which one you mean.
On foot.
Yes, such a small phrase, but people don't always expect it.
Exactly. Saying I go on foot just means I walk.
It sounds a little special, but it's very common in English.
And it's useful. Especially when talking about short distances.
Like I go to the shop on foot. Simple and clear.
Perfect example. And again, no stress needed.
Stress doesn't help language. Calm does.
I love that. Calm helps language.
That's another sentence worth sharing, I think.
I agree. Now, let's think about something else. Delays.
Ah, yes, the universal problem.
No matter the country, delays happen.
Trains, buses, flights, nothing is always on time.
And knowing how to talk about delays helps you feel more in control.
Saying my train is delayed or there was a delay sounds very natural.
And people understand immediately. No explanation needed.
Because everyone has been there.
Exactly. That shared experience connects people quietly.
You don't need perfect English to share real-life moments.
You just need a few honest words.
And the courage to use them.
That courage grows with practice, slowly and naturally.
Just like commuting every day. At first it feels strange, then it becomes routine.
That comparison fits so well.
Thank you. I think learning English is a journey, not a race.
And transportation reminds us of that every day.
Some days are smooth. Some days are crowded and slow.
But you still arrive in the end.
And that's what matters.
Before we say goodbye, we have a small invitation for you.
Yes, just a gentle one.
If today's conversation felt helpful or comforting, please leave a comment below.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
At the end of this episode, we'll ask you a question about today's topic. Please answer it in the comments.
And tell us what you want the next episode to be about.
We read your comments with care and attention.
And we reply with heart.
So here is today's question. What is your favorite way to travel, and why does it feel right for you?
You can keep it simple. One sentence is perfect.
Or you can share a small story from your daily commute.
There is no right or wrong answer.
Just your experience in your words.
And that's enough.
We're here to walk with you on this journey and help you feel more confident in English, one step at a time.
You're not alone.
Thank you for being with us today.
We'll talk again very soon.
Take care.